Hello and welcome to another Golf FM review. This is a trolley review. I've done a couple of trolleys recently. I did the Motocaddy QB2 against the Powakaddy Micra, and in one of the comments somebody mentioned, what about the BagBoy Nitron? Now BagBoy is a brand that if somebody said, have you heard of BagBoy, I'd be like, well, I'm not quite sure what they do. They make bags, I'm assuming. And so it's not a brand I'm really familiar with. But I did have access to them, so I ordered one in. I've run out of trolleys, weirdly. Actually even did manage to sell the Motocaddy QB2 miraculously. Obviously not to a YouTube watcher. So at the moment, my favourite three-wheel push trolley is the Powakaddy Micra, and obviously I've got videos of that you can watch. This BagBoy one is more expensive. The Micra and the QB2 for Motocaddy, which are two big brands in the UK, and I know there's other ones as well. I know there's other ones that I'm missing out that are probably good as well. But these are two that people have heard of, Motocaddy and Powakaddy. BagBoy they might not have heard of. Now, this comes in at £269, which is a lot of money for a push trolley. So this has to be good, because the other ones, the Motocaddy and the Powakaddy, are both about 200, 199, 189, that sort of price. So let's go through this. And as I've done with a few reviews lately, I've remembered to say now, if you don't want to know the result of this test and the overall picture, look away now. In fact, don't listen now. Okay, go. It's sensational and you should buy one despite the price. Okay, so bit by bit, let's go through this. Now, first things first, weight, 7.25 kilograms, about 16 pounds in American money, and it doesn't feel that heavy to me. I think that is definitely lighter than the Motocaddy QB2, and I can't quite remember the exact weight of the Powakaddy Micra. I'll put it up on the screen. So let me fold this down and pick it up and tell you if I think it feels light enough for anybody to pick up. Okay, so how do you fold it down? Well, you just do this. And that, apart from the handle being up, is it done. The whole thing with this is it has a pneumatic opening system which requires almost no effort whatsoever, and that also helps you put it down as well. So it is so easy to put up and down. It is not funny. That feels acceptable. It's not featherweight. You're never going to have a featherweight trolley that's got a bit of strength to it and going to last a while and has a lot of features. It's not going to be absolutely no weight at all. But that is not a problem to carry, and it does not immediately shout to me, use it in your gym, Fraser. Use it as one of the weights, which is what I thought the Motocaddy QB2 would have been good for, because it was like 9 point something kilograms. It felt too heavy for what it is. This doesn't. This feels fine. Okay? Now let's see if I can do the opening thing properly. From what I understand, without reading the instructions and watching YouTube videos, you grab the top bag cradle, okay? And then you just pull it apart. Oh, it's just ridiculously easy. It's one of the nicest things you'll ever do in regards putting something up. If all things were as easy to put up as this, like a tent or something like that, it would be a joy to the world. It is a nice thing. It even makes a nice wee noise. It goes shh, and the whole thing just makes you happy putting it up and down. And if somebody saw you doing that in the car park, they'd be like, what is that you've just bought? And you'd say, well, it's a BagBoy. And they'd say, I've never heard of it. And then you tell them how much it was, and they would be aghast and they wouldn't buy one. No, it's got a chance, I think, at £269. Let me go through it and tell you why I think it is that much. The opening system is absolutely sensational. It does not get any better than this, opening and closing. Can I just have another shot of it, just because it's enjoyable to do as much as anything else? Now that's weird because I've done that bit there. That fell off. Did you see that? That's not meant to happen. That's the umbrella holder. At least they give you an umbrella holder. And then you just close that grey thing, pick it up, and the wheel even sort of tucks in itself as if by magic. It says, whoa, go in a little bit here. You don't have to push me in. And then this bit goes up again. Just an absolute joy. One of the nicest things that could happen to a human being, putting up a BagBoy trolley. Right, okay, so that's in place. It feels solid, even though it's not an absolute ton weight. where to start with everything else. It has a good brake. It's got a big handle brake there, and it brakes the right wheel, and that feels solid. It's one of these wire ones, like on a bike or something like that. We did have a big Max trolley a long time ago when I worked at the West Links in North Berwick, and occasionally these wire brakes, although they are really good and solid, occasionally it would go slack and you had to sort of try and tighten it. But I think it's a case of just undoing the screw and just pulling it up a bit and doing the screw down again. So it is fixable. Let's just start from the top and go down. The handle is not the foam handles that you get on the Micra, and that is a bonus for me, that's not going to just rip away and tear over time. That feels like it's going to last for absolutely ages. This handle is adjustable as well, by the way. It clicks into loads of different positions. It's really easy and it's quite solid there. It doesn't feel like it's going to break or do anything wrong there. There's a lot of storage on this. So that's got a card on the underneath side of it. I've already got that in there, but a card could equally go on the top if it wasn't raining, or you wanted to hide your scores away from the world because they were embarrassing, like on my recent trip to Portugal. And the other thing you've got is a brilliant place to put your phone. I'll show you that in a minute. Balls in there and little compartment. Good space in there. Fits a rangefinder as well if you want it to. The phone fits in here, and you use phones for scoring now a lot of the time. So the phone goes in there, but there's a bungee cord, little elastic band thing there that stops it from falling out. So it does actually feel quite solid, because when you're going over bumpy ground, if that wasn't there, it might just bump out of there. So I'm just looking there, just a few messages flashed up on my phone, so I've lost my train of thought. I've got a few things I've forgotten I haven't done actually. Yeah, I need to do that. Okay, anyway, so that is in there nice and solid, and I really like that because people use their phones for scoring now as well, as I said. You got the umbrella holder up here as well. That comes out here. You get this free. A lot of the other trolleys, you do not get one free. So that's part of your £269. Genuinely it is, because they're about, what, 20 to 25 pounds, maybe as much as 30 pounds sometimes, depending where you buy these extras. So you could say, well, the Powakaddy Micra and the QB2, not that you should buy that, would be £30 closer to the price of this. So this would only be £39 more expensive. This is a wee bit annoying how it fits in. It's just, you take that little screw bit off the end, push it through, and then you have to screw it again. It's not like the work of a moment. It takes a little bit longer than you would like it to, but it's not like a terrible thing that you can't live with, because you might leave it in anyway. So what else? It's really good, this. Other bit of storage underneath, you've got this little bag place under here. So not only can you get quite a lot in there, you can also get a lot in there. So this is actually better than both the Powakaddy and the Motocaddy, because the Motocaddy's got a fair bit of storage, and the Micra's got a little bit of storage, but this is a much better arrangement than those two. Much better arrangement, a lot of space. Remember, you do have a golf bag that you've had to put everything in. So if you're struggling to put everything into your golf bag, then you've got too much stuff, right? But this is good for ease of access. You can have food in there and stuff like that, and you can have all sorts of stuff in here as well. You could put your rangefinder in there, but you could also put your rangefinder on the side here. There's actually a magnetic thing there, which you don't have to use for a rangefinder, but that is a good place for that. That's a nice feature. I do worry about the magnetic feature on rangefinders as a problem when you're driving a buggy or a cart, and you put it on the side of the cart and you basically forget to take it home with you. We get them handed in all the time where people have left them on the buggy. You've got, this is your own trolley you're taking home with you. So actually that's not going to happen there. And that is actually a really good feature. I would definitely use that. It would make me want to get a rangefinder with a magnet on the side, which I don't have. But also, if you look at this, you can use it for putting your magnetic head cover on. So your putter cover could go there as well. It's a nice little feature, that, and I'm proud of them for putting that on. That was a nice surprise and delight feature. So this is for drinks. Put a drink in there. Big bottle of Highland Spring water goes in there. That also fits a normal juice bottle, water bottle, but you could also put one in there as well. And when you see how much clearance there is with a normal bag, that's not that stupid an idea. So you could be absolutely loaded up with liquids beyond belief, because remember, you've got a golf bag as well. it could be ridiculous. And that might be useful for stag do's and things like that. Right, so there's a load of stuff going on in the handle. Storage, a brake, an umbrella holder, phone. It's got a pencil holder at the top there as well. And then, as you get further down, this is a feature which I've not seen before. An umbrella holder out with your bag. I'll show you this. So there's an umbrella bit on the side here. You put your umbrella through there and there's a wee hole in the bottom of the bottom bag section and it goes in there and you can have an umbrella on it. If your bag has a place where your umbrella goes and it's fiddly and annoying and the strap kind of wants to get in the way of it and stop the umbrella coming out, then that's a nice option that's there. I've never ever seen that before in a trolley. It's a unique feature as far as I'm concerned. Probably get a million comments saying it's on loads of other trolleys, but I have not seen it on any of the ones I've ever done over the years. Don't know that you would definitely use it, but it's nice it's there. And again, it's a surprise and delight feature. It's making it interesting. It's something to talk about. It's another feature. It's good. So the straps and the bag holder, I think we're ready to put a bag on it. Okay, let's put a bag on it. Right, so a couple of bags on. I'll put a stand bag first. And I haven't locked the stand down there, so it should be wanting to come out really, but it isn't. An Audio fuse or whatever it is. Still got this. This is if you've seen any of my Audio bag reviews, this will give you a date of roughly how long I've had this bag. Quite a long time. Sold the dodgier looking ones, to be honest. Sold the ones that I never thought I would ever get rid of. And this one, which I don't think is too bad, I've still got. So maybe that shows me that the wild colours are not quite as scary to buy into the shop as I thought they were. Anyway, this is going on here with nice, normal sort of standard kind of clips. I'm making a mess of getting this on here. I think you pull that bit and then it goes in there, but they work fine. And it takes a stand bag, no problem at all. Feels solid. That's a wee bit of moving around, but I haven't tightened it up very much at the top here. Could get that tighter. But yeah, feels pretty good. Let's get this off here. And then many of you will know this bag from previous review. And still got this. No thanks to myself saying that wasn't very good. That is going on, but this back bit, no, actually, it's trying to set up a little bit, but actually it's okay. So that's a very big bag. Not a good bag, not a good design. And this is, I mean, those straps at the bottom, they've got to be tight. You've got to have a little bit of effort to use them or they're not going to be tight enough. So that's on solid as you like. That doesn't want to move at all. That's good. That's really good. I'm impressed with that. So you can see it takes any sort of bag. Let's just check with the clubs in it. The driver, left-handed 3-wood, and then a rescue or something. And then a set of irons, G440s that are probably going to be here for the rest of my life. They're good irons actually, G440. It's just nobody buys things off the rack very often. You always buy custom fit. There's always something slightly different about them. I don't foresee any issues with that whatsoever. I mean, maybe if this is in the most upright handle position that the world's ever seen, even then it's not hitting them. So that is good. There's no issues with that. Let's get this off. If the worst comes to worst with the ping bag, I can just use it in the swing room to house the shafts and demo clubs. So is that it? Are we actually finished? Am I able to go home from my tea? Just about, I think. Is there anything else I can rabbit on about? I don't think there is. Should we just see it folding down for one final time? I haven't missed anything, have I? There's 2 wee tiny clips with like holes through them, which appear to do something. If anybody knows what they are, could you write into the comments, because I don't know what that is. I mean, you could slide something through it, so you could in theory have something hanging off it. That's it. Have I missed anything else? I don't know. Sorry if I've missed anything else, but you can write in the comments and tell me how stupid I am. Let's see it folded down one final time and just tell you in summary what I think of this. And that. It's a glorious thing to fold up and down. Let's do it one more time. There we go. I like this a lot. That's my summary of this. I like this a lot, and I don't care that I haven't really heard of BagBoy And I don't really care that it's £269. I think when things are good, they can command a bit more money. I mean, there's click gear trolleys, which I don't think. Certainly the older versions that my sons had 10 years ago maybe were heavy, awkward to put up. I don't know if they've improved them over the years. That's something I'll have to look at for click gear. I don't know. But this is the best three-wheel trolley I have ever seen. There you go, I've said it. I know I've put it out there, I've put myself on the line, but from what I've seen in my life, just 30 years of working in the golf industry, yeah, no, I can't believe it. You can't believe I'm that old, can you? It is hard to believe. But this is, yeah, without doubt the best golf trolley because of the way it folds up, because of the fact it isn't a ton weight. When it's down, I should have said probably earlier on in this, it is pretty small. I would have remarked on that if it didn't fold that small, but it does fold really quite small. If we go again down here into that position, if I put this up against the Micra, maybe show you a picture of that. It's not as small as the Micra goes, but it's almost smaller, I think, than the QB2 goes. Not far off it, but it's just way, way lighter than that. So yeah, let's open it again because it's lovely to open. Usually I don't look forward to opening these things. When I'm selling them in the shop, you know, it might be a month since I've spoken to somebody about a trolley and I say, yeah, and they're really easy to put up, and then it takes me about 10 minutes and I can't actually put it up. This I would never go wrong with. And so I like the storage, I like the handle design, I like the brake, I like the drinks holder, I like the fact you get an umbrella holder with it. This top lock system seems really solid. I like the fact it's got an umbrella bit at the side. Just, there isn't anything I don't like about this. And I'm really surprised by it. I didn't know, I nearly didn't get it in. I thought, no, I can't get it in. It's £269. Nobody's ever going to buy a push trolley that's £269. But I will have every confidence in telling somebody how good this is. Because you've got the bottle to go 269, you will not regret it. And I'll tell you what, you won't be the only one of your friends that ends up with it. If you do it, you could be a groundbreaker. You've gone through the £250 barrier with your trolley purchase because you knew how good it was. Yeah, so can't really say any more about it. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments and I'll get back to you. And thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thing of beauty.